This is the
Nissan Micra.
Today I've rented this car here in the Detroit area where every single ELR was sold. Don't worry though, it was sold by the classy Park Avenue Auto. This car is so bad that
Pewdiepies.
Edmunds.com trade-in value tool to see what it was worth, and he put in all the specifics, and the trade-in value was
negative $39.
negative $39. Now, I didn't believe Filippo, so
Pewdiepies.
I went on the Edmunds.com trade-in value tool, and I put in all the car specifics, and the value that I got was
Negative $39.
in other words, according to Edmunds, if
Pewdiepies.
Filippo wanted to trade this car and on a new one, he would have to pay a dealer $39 to take it off his hands. And yet, in spite of these issues, it was dent. There's this dent. There's this scrape. And this scrape. There's this dent. And this dent. And this dent. And this scrape. There are the beautiful feel every time you get in, every time you open the door compared to German rivals. And using Dodge switchgear doesn't really do that. But the purpose of this car is and always has been to offer a more practical, more reliable, and less expensive alternative to the Italian exotics. It may not have the cool switchgear and buttons and features, but it's also a lot less expensive. Those things help keep costs down. And if you don't want to go crazy and spend $1 zillion on a Ferrari that you're not really sure will last more than a few years, that was the purpose of the old
Nissan Micra.
NSX. And these buttons and switches prove that it's still kind of the purpose of the new one. So, the new
Nissan
NSX
Micra.
is loaded with cool features, including some you may not have known about. Now, it's time to take it out. These stupid aftermarket sun visors, except right here, where it broke. The gear lever has lost its shift boot. The parking brake doesn't work. This is the door handle. And this is the seatbelt latch. And this is the noise it makes when it starts up. Don't worry though, it was sold by the classy Park Avenue Auto. This car gear lever has lost its shift boot. The parking brake doesn't work. It's strange. If you want to open up the engine cover after you've already released it from the inside, you can just walk up to it and open it right up, like a trunk. However, if you want to open up the trunk after you've already released it from the inside, you have to walk up to it and open it with a latch, like an engine cover. Now, obviously, the reason Toyota did. When I park my Aston Martin, I'm about as cautious as a prairie dog getting up out of its hole and looking for predators. No, 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 no. No, no, no. And then I park in some lonely end spot, far away from everyone else, so that nobody will hit me. Perfect. In the Spectra,
Nissan
you can
Micra.
park wherever you want, even if it's between a Ford Escort and a semi-truck. You also don't care about minor annoyances like shopping carts hitting the car. The Spectra is also great to drive. I mean, really, it's horrible to drive. But in the Aston, you have to go carefully around every little pothole and road bump. Whereas in the Spectra, you can do pretty much whatever you want. And then there's maintenance. I just spent $1,420 on the annual service for my Aston Martin. According to Edmunds, this thing isn't worth $1,420, even if you had $1,450 in cash in the trunk. The result is that you can get creative with repairs. In the Aston, everything has to be replaced perfectly to manufacturer specifications using original parts. In the Spectra,
Nissan
who
Micra.
really cares? A zip tie here, a piece of tape there, nothing here, and you don't really